Hey Final Fam, so I'm back and I'm going to be talking about Black Mirror. Now, Black Mirror premieres on June 15th and we're super excited as fans because we haven't seen this in a while. You know, COVID came in and pretty much ruined everything and halted production on the show. Now, Black Mirror is a sci-fi horror created by Charlie Brooker, and it premiered on December 4th of 2011. From then, people have been hooked, fans have been crazed, and we wanted to see more. However, it kind of did fall off in season 5, at least that's my opinion. But you don't have to take my word for it. I'll be showing you a little more about what happened in those seasons in just a few moments. So let's talk about Black Mirror just a little more. Now, I wasn't an instant fan of Black Mirror when it first came out. I didn't really get on the bandwagon until after people started talking about it. However, when I tuned into season 1, I thought it was okay. Then when I checked out season 2, I was really impressed and I was hooked from there. But I do have a few favorites that I'd like to share with you. Now, Nosedive by far is my number one favorite. That one stars Bryce Howard. She is the daughter of Ron Howard, and some of you may know Ron as Opie from the Andy Griffith Show, and he was also Richie Cunningham in Happy Days. Now, Bryce is such a great actress. I enjoyed her in the latest Jurassic Park movie, and also I really enjoyed her in this episode of Black Mirror. Now, Nosedive is basically about a woman who lives in a society that's basically run by social media. Kind of like today a little bit, but the social media, her influence is contingent upon things that you'll be able to get, like housing, a better job. It's all contingent upon that and how she impresses other people. So you can either get liked or disliked, and it throws her through a whole loop, you know, her trying to acquire these likes and this recognition. And it was just so crazy and so all over the place, and you really felt for her character. She did such a great job in Nosedive. My other favorite is one called Be Right Back, and this one stars the woman who played Peggy Carter in Marvel. And I thought she did such a great job in this one. Basically, it's about a woman who lives in the countryside with her, I believe, her boyfriend or husband. She's pregnant, and sadly, he gets into this horrible wreck. She's trying to deal with grief and loss, and she decides to order this artificial being as a replacement, or, you know, a way to get over her grieving, and it just goes sideways from there. I thought it was so heartbreaking and so sad, such a tearjerker, so I really did enjoy that one. Another one on my list is Playtest. This is actually about a guy who is traveling abroad, and he hears about this place that pays for the person to play a horror video game. And as a lover of horror video games and as a lover of horror, I really related to this one and how easily it was for him to get sucked in. And the visuals on that episode was so stunning. It was so good and so creepy, and the vibe and everything. And I really enjoyed that one. It threw you through a loop, and it had a hell of an ending. Next on my list is Archangel. Now, Archangel is basically about a mom. She's trying to raise her teenage daughter. And of course, teenagers, some of them have that angst. You know, she wants to get outside and you know, experience life, but the mom is very sheltering and very overbearing. And again, technology is ingrained in all of these episodes, and it shows you the dark side of technology if used incorrectly, or the technology itself turning on humans. And I thought that it was really interesting. The ending was a doozy, and that's what I loved about the episodes, because it was never always like a happy ending. It left you on, like, not even really a cliffhanger. It just left you thinking. It makes you think. These type of shows, you know, like Black Mirror, makes you think and have discussions about technology, because we see our world is changing and things are happening right now, which can very well happen in the future. It's not that far off. Next on my list is Metalhead. The premise of this one, a woman who is being hunted or tracked down by these robotic dogs. It's filmed all in black and white, and it's really interesting, and it builds curiosity, and you're like rooting for the protagonist. It's crazy. I really enjoyed that episode because it gives you the vibes like these things can eventually, you know, be created to be able to track down probably predators or criminals or anything like that, which I thought was pretty interesting. And how they deploy the trackers, it's insane. Next on my list is The Black Museum. This one stars, I think her name is Lolita. You guys know her from the Black Panther movie. She plays Shuri. And I thought it was so cool because it made so much sense. It was a museum. Basically, they had a lot of black culture and, you know, different things there. And the guy who houses it, he's like the creepiest, grossest type of guy because, you know, he profits on people's pain. So I loved how the tables were turned in this one and how interesting it was. And lastly, I love USS Callister. That one was really good. It was so, you know, Star Trek reminiscent. And if you're a Trekkie, I'm not really a Trekkie, but I grew up watching it when I was a kid, and just those like nostalgic moments. And, you know, basically about a guy, he's a software designer. There's a new game coming out, and he's so good at developing the software that he developed like a backdoor game. What he does is upload people's DNA to the game, like he's actually putting their consciousness into the game. It's so crazy, and I just love how it was done. It was brilliant. It's very captivating and interesting. So those were my favorite episodes from Black Mirror. I would definitely love to know in the comment sections which one was your favorite episodes and why. So season 1 premiered on December 4th of 2011, and we only got a dose of 3 episodes. From then, fans were pretty much hooked on the show. Then followed by season 2 in 2013. We got another 3 episodes. So it was starting to pick up momentum and people were becoming more interested. Now, if you don't know what Black Mirror is, it is a sci-fi horror. It's listed as a sci-fi horror anthology, and it gives some of the dangers of technology. Now, we also got season 3, which we're excited for, but in between the time frame of season 2 and 3, we did get an episode called White Christmas, which was technically a standalone special project from the Black Mirror writers. Then we got season 3. And in season 3, it was exciting because instead of 3 episodes, we got 6. As always, if you like videos like this, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so this video can get out to others. Thank you so much for your support. So season 3 in 2016 released, we got 6 episodes. So we got double the great writing and more of the show, which fans enjoyed. Then in season 4 in 2016, we were able to get 6 more episodes. So at this time, Black Mirror was sealing the deal and impressing fans across the globe. Now, we were a little let down before season 5 premiered, but in between that time, we got an interactive movie which was called Bandersnatch. And this movie was quite different. It was set in 1984, so you had that old nostalgic vibe. And also, people who are watching or the audience can choose different outcomes that the character can pick, which will virtually change the story. I didn't particularly care for season 5 with Miley Cyrus in that one episode. I thought it was subpar, honestly. It could have been so much better. When I see famous Hollywood stars in Black Mirror, it kind of takes away that immersion for me to enjoy the show. Not sure about you, but at least that's how I felt. Now, finally, in 2023, after such a long period of waiting, of course, with COVID and halts on pre-production, we get to see season 6. Now, season 6 has only a total of 5 episodes, so it feels like we're kind of, robbed that one episode, but we'll see what it has to bring. So season 5 wasn't a favorite of mine. The writing itself to me felt a little lackluster. So you don't have to take my word for it. Definitely check out what IMDb behind the scenes had to say about the series Black Mirror.
But does it have the buzz and love of the past 4 seasons? On this IMDb brief, we break down the new episodes of the Netflix anthology series to determine whether Black Mirror has lost its luster. Since December 2011, Black Mirror has dropped new seasons whenever and wherever it wanted to, and with varying episode numbers, as if mastermind Charlie Brooker is always trying to stay one odd step ahead of the show's fans.
Sounds awesome.
Season 5 may seem brief with only 3 episodes, but seasons 1 and 2 were also 3 episodes long, and at one point, the interactive choose-your-own-adventure film Bandersnatch was included in Season 5's lineup until the 5+ hour length and overall complication made it work best as a standalone project.
I'm not in control. I'm not in control. What are you talking about, Stefan?
The always cryptic and snarky Brooker and co-showrunner Annabelle Jones joke that fans should be thanking them for having, quote, over-delivered by dropping the new trio so close to the end of the December release of Bandersnatch.
The past is immutable, Stefan. No matter how painful it is, we can't change change things.
But fans aren't yet convinced, and on IMDb, the 3 new entries fall a bit low for the top-rated TV series. In fact, Rachel, Jack, and Ashley 2 is the lowest rated to date, and a number of critics took the episode to task, calling it the most majestically wrong-headed installment, and describing the stunt casting of Miley Cyrus as out of tune with the show's generally future-tech thrills and chills.
Man, they suck. Right?
Despite its Mortal Kombat vibes and top-tier talent, Striking Vipers didn't exactly charm fans either. Anthony Mackie and Pom Klementieff both hail from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, while Yahya Abdul-Mateen II and Ludi Lin played Aquaman villains for DC, but the sexually explicit and challenging story about technology's place in gender roles clearly turned off some with its content.
So let's just kiss. Okay?
Smithereens fared the best of the 3 on IMDb, thanks in no small part to director James Hawes' expert vision of a near-future rideshare gone wrong. Hawes directed a fan favorite from the highly acclaimed 3rd season entitled Hated in the Nation, which found the perfect blend of science fiction and Nordic noir murder mystery, capping it with an unbeatable twist.
You see something like that, it changes you. You either get defeated or you think, F me, I've got to help stop that shit.
Smithereens features Topher Grace as the blissed-out creator of a social media platform, while Andrew Scott from Sherlock, Spectre, and Fleabag is a man desperate to find him. It may not hinge on anything too futuristic or sci-fi, but the story falls right into that Black Mirror sweet spot by exploring the destructive nature of technology addiction.
Everywhere you look, people are hooked on the things. Chain smoking!
These ratings are all early reads on this season because who knows how fans will feel after a Black Mirror prediction actually comes true. Please don't let it be the bees. Anything but the bees! After all, Brooker always envisioned the series to reflect the way we might be living in 10 minutes time if we're clumsy. Here's hoping for more terror and more episodes in Season 6.
I don't have to listen to you anymore!
For more trending stories of techno-future nightmares, stay tuned to imdb.com/imdbrief.
So there you have it, some behind-the-scenes tidbits about the Netflix original Black Mirror. Now let me know in the comment section if you're going to check out the premiere of Season 6. If not, also let me know. Plus, if you're a fan of Black Mirror, let me know in the comment section what's your favorite season and episode. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.